So welcome to the another episode of, of what is the name of our podcast?
The
Pizzazz Podcast. We all
this actually happens when you come back after a long time.
I'm not kidding. Even I already I forgot the name. So the Pizzazz Podcast, because we are coming. We are not consistent for last 2 weeks. We made 2 podcasts in the last 2 weeks, so that's so unprofessional, and still we haven't uploaded the last podcast. So how are you, Mehdi? How is your day going?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I would say. Recently I've been trying to change my day routine and everything, and like trying to keep balance. Like
What kind
trying
of
not to be lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've been studying, but I've been ignoring all of the other things, the other daily activities. So,
like
So-
hanging around with the random girls.
So, okay, so jokes aside,
I guess we got a new listener on Facebook, because I saw, I have seen a notification where I saw a guy liking our video, short clip of our podcast. So that means it's getting rich somehow.
and that's bad, maybe.
Not bad, because still they don't know our names. So not they, but he doesn't know our name, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, is he Bangladeshi?
Seems like. I didn't ask him. Yeah, the typical Bangladeshi guy with the photo looking looks like he's not. He's like a candid. It's like a full of candid photo, and though it's fake, we all know. But yeah, so that's how I assumed that he's Bangladeshi. And so
what happened to our last recording? I mean, we had some issues with the network, I guess, and the recording was paused.
it was like recovered. I guess there was no problem. That's why I love Zoom, because Zoom has Zoom. Zoom has several. Oh, that's cute. Zoom has several options. Sounds like sounds like the
sound.
I'm not no, kind of, but yeah, sounds like the Indian people, like the Indian accent. Zoom. So I was looking, I was finding the folder on Zoom, and suddenly I found some random click to export videos, and then I clicked there and I got the video. So that's how it was recovered. Okay. But I was too lazy to upload. Lazy. I mean, where is my Z? Because of I'm serious, that because of the, maybe it's because of the heat. My throat is not like my throat is not like, what else say. Help me.
Dry.
Yeah, my throat is dry. That's why I can't even pronounce dry.
Okay, daily reminder for everyone: drink water. Drink your water.
Drink your water.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a phrase.
That's
not your.
That's so wrong, man.
Not like that. It means like the specified amount of water you should drink.
You produce
your
the
water.
Specific amount of water you produce.
No.
Okay.
You need the amounts you need. So
No, if
that's why
you're
I
kind
called
of
it your
if you're
water.
kind of business type of like my if your mind is kind of business type, you should like drink your own water to make the best output. No wastage.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
uh, yeah,
I mean, like you, what should I say? You sounded the word, or yeah, the business word, you know. So it
yeah,
remind me of an idea.
yeah,
So, do you know of any brands, or I mean, like huge companies that
yeah. I
make
know many huge
organic
companies.
juices? I mean, like
Mm,
organic juices or something like that.
organic juices
I mean, like real, not like all
in
fruit or
in Bangladesh.
in
Are they
Bangladesh.
a brand? I mean, recently
Brand
I
means
saw
I don't know what should I call them, but you get the idea.
recently I've seen one brand making some like uh kind of juice or packaging some like desi flavors or this kind of juice. I mean, it was maybe kheer or something. So are you talking about that?
No,
It was from
I haven't heard about
farm
them
fresh,
actually.
I guess.
Oh, farm fresh. Like that's an original product, right?
Yeah, their original product. Chocolate milk and like many kinds of flavors, I guess.
I mean, like I was actually talking about the fruit juices. I guess the juices made out of yeah, fruits and
Do you know
uh,
this kind of brand, son?
no. That's why I actually asked you.
So let's make a brand.
Yeah,
Easy deal.
I was low key thinking about that. Like, why, money, not money. I mean, like, why shouldn't we do that? And why didn't it? Okay, okay.
Let's not hope
I'm
that.
running out of words. I'm running out of
That's why
my
I'm
brain
trying to
cells,
help
I
you.
guess.
That's why I'm trying to sound like I'm trying to press my own words to like suppress yours.
Yeah,
So
please.
yeah, so yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
what are we talking about? Um, um,
The juice.
the juice, yeah. So let's not hope that like the global warming will increase, but the amount, like you can see that the amount of the temperature is increasing hugely in Bangladesh. So we can guess from that that the temperature will rise more, and as the Coke companies like Pepsi, Coca-Cola are like uh, making a very good market in Bangladesh, that means there is a huge possibility and people are buying those products. And as we know, those are unhealthy. It will be better to create a brand which creates organic fruits or organic things. I mean, organic juice. I mean, from
Yeah,
like
like
our fruits. We can make a jackfruit juice. That will be a good flavor, I guess.
yeah, cool. That would be a cool one, but I
Yeah.
don't know if people would wanna drink that.
Uh, so yeah, we can experiment. That's a very good idea. And I did you read the book Sharbote Bajimat, uh,
No,
written
I
by Munir
haven't.
Hassan Choudhury?
Sadly.
Okay, so it was about a international brand created by some American boys. I mean, not boys, like guys. They were three friends, and they started their job career. They Three of them were, I guess, three or four. I'm not sure about that, but three of let's assume that they were three. So all of them were not happy with their job because they were creative minds, and like you and me, they were creative minds, and they wanted to create something. So they all decided to uh, make create a brand which sells juice. I mean, organic juice. and they left their job within 3 months. And then they went to concerts and made their food court, and like they gave people to free test, and they made they like kept two buckets. One bucket is the juice was good, and in one bucket there was written that the juice is good, and in another bucket it was written that the juice is not good. So suddenly like they told them to, like, after drinking their juice, you have to put the bottle in one bucket of this like between these two. So all of them liked that juice, so they kept those juice like those bottles in that bucket, that this juice is good. So that's how their market went up, and then they like increased. And then maybe it is the story of uh, Virgin, or I don't know. I, I forgot their
Okay.
name. I mean, a famous juice brand currently.
I think that was a very creative approach. Like
Yeah, that part, that the bucket
bottle
part.
bucket.
Yeah. So
Like
yeah,
Coke was invented, I guess, in 1960s or 50s. I don't know. I still don't know.
do you feel like
Like
yeah?
yeah,
Do you feel like that?
yeah. Say,
Uh, do you feel like that Coke should be illegalized as drugs?
or banned. Why? Why though?
Because Cokes are nearly as unhealthy as like cigarettes or this kind of stuffs. So why shouldn't we ban Cokes?
Seriously?
Yeah, usually like
I mean, like
like
for the sugars, right?
for not only the
Yes, yes,
sugars. I mean I mean as a whole.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that. Like the comparison between cigarettes and the Coke.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not sure,
If
but
that's
yeah, I
true,
guess
I think it should be, I mean, like discouraged at first because
at least
if you ban
discouraged.
them, I mean, like you can't ban uh, Coke, right? Like everyone drinks it on a regular basis. Everyone,
Um,
like, and it's very cheap nowadays. Like
the
you
problem
can
is
buy a bottle of.
the problem is this is the capitalist society. So cigarette is now also banned. Cokes will not be banned, and rather marijuana, cocaine, those will be legalized day by day.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Like weed is now almost legalized in Canada, or like this is an open secret. Like in Canada, if you go to a store, you want some weed, they'll give you.
Yeah, right. One state in States of America, I think, actually legalized marijuana.
That's sad. That like
Uh,
people can do anything for money. That's the
yeah,
world is going to like dark place. Okay, so
yeah, that is.
recently I felt something, that one thing made me feel something or made me think
Oh,
deep. That is my charger. So I was
charger.
yeah, my mobile phone charger. So I was recently like
Okay.
for like the last week, I couldn't, like my charger isn't like working properly. So I was going to like charge my phone. It was not working. I have to like I have to do so like I have to play with the where I mean
Yeah,
the
wire.
cable.
Wire.
I mean the cable. Okay,
Yeah,
cable.
right.
So the cable, and then I found
Cable,
cable.
cable.
So I found that one. So that made me think something, that uh, when we have some things, we don't appreciate those things. Like when you are not sick, you feel like this is normal. We don't appreciate that. Uh, but when you're like ill, when you're feeling like you have fever, so then you think that, wow, like having a proper health or having a good health is a blessing. So sometimes we forget that our life has so many blessings, but just because we don't focus on those parts, we miss out so many things, that we miss out the positive part. So there are so many things we can uh, appreciate in our life, but we unfortunately don't, because we are so much into the our thoughts are so much into the future based, or the past based thoughts, or so we can't think about like what we have already have. So that was the thought I got from this little incident.
Okay. Yeah, like I have realized that too. I
Yeah.
think for this reason we face our problems. Like I'm not sure
Yeah.
about this topic or like the message.
Yeah.
I have heard somewhere like they mentioned our
Yeah.
problems actually occur uh, so that we can get maybe closer to Allah,
Yeah, that's
more
true.
closer. I'm not
Ah,
sure about this. Like I can't like give any statements,
yeah, but
without knowing, without being
from
sure.
our like common sense, we can guess that thing. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's
let's
right.
just, yeah.
Like we face out difficult times. I mean, like then I think that's when we realize that we are so helpless without Allah.
Yeah, that's true. So I had a Chinese friend before, like when I was in class 8. I mean, I still have contact with her, but I don't like talk that much. So Chinese people work a lot, uh, not most of them, but all, like pretty much like our generation works so hard. So I asked her that, uh, what's the meaning of their life, that working all day long, does it like make them happy? So she said one thing, that uh, like if you uh, if you pass your day without doing anything, if you like just scroll through your mobile phone, or uh, do random stuffs, does it make you happy? So that changed my mind, that yeah, that not necessarily always being free is means being happy. So sometimes uh, life has to have a life has to be cruel sometimes. Like these are the feelings that you have to work hard sometimes. You have to make some achievements, then some tragedy comes in your life. So if one perspective changed my life, and made it easy, that uh, I try to see life as a story. So this story has a tragedy part, this story has a happy part, a sad part, everything. So when is a story when is a story interesting? uh, it is it's interesting when the story has the all the flavors. So that's why I think that a life should have different dimensions. It makes life more interesting as a story.
Yeah, very true. I
So
mean, the real the realization part actually, I think, comes for everyone. But some people just ignore them, and some take the lesson and move on, I guess. I
so
think that's the
what why why do people, like some people, ignore that? What's your thought on that?
maybe like at that time they feel not interested in like changing themselves, maybe they feel so insecure, or they feel comfortable at their position, um, so that they don't want to change their like lifestyle or something, like the when you realize that okay, my life is like that, and it is not normal, or it shouldn't be like that, I should change some things here and there to be better.
Yeah.
But uh, to do that, I will have to be or I will have to pass through some uncomfortable experiences. So yeah,
Yes.
many people don't want to do that. So I
Um.
think that's why the realization part uh, like remain ignored.
Okay. So
I
is it
so
about
what's
like,
your
yeah?
thought about that?
So
Like,
is it about like the people who are trying to change don't want to give the effort to change? Is there a gap of like they gap of the education to uh, overcome that situation, that you have to go through the uncomfortable situation to get better? Or is it like the natural human beings are like that, some people will give that effort somehow and they'll change and most people will not? Is that like if you talk about success, is it like the same way? Does it happen in the same way?
um, you mentioned natural change.
I,
What did you mean by
I mean,
natural?
not natural change. I said that, is it natural that most people will be like this, like they will not change, they will not give that effort to change because this is a normal human nature, and
Okay,
some people will break the boundary, some people will come out of their comfort zone uh, because uh, yeah. So is it about the lack of is the education that people don't know how to overcome that situation? I mean, how to uh, come out of comfort zone, or is it about the effort which comes from inside? Like,
okay.
if I make
So
it so easy, that is
I
it
got,
about the lack of education? Yeah.
yeah, I think I can give an exact answer uh,
Yeah.
to these questions. I mean, like both of them are correct, and both of them are, I mean, like not correct in some ways. Like if you think about the education, lack of education,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, like I think for it's about the upbringing or the society. What do you say? Like where yes, I know the Bangla word, but I don't know the English word. I mean, like, way the growing up process of yours, right?
Yeah.
The people you meet, the experiences you feel or pass through. I think that's the most important uh, thing that actually works there. Like, if you the comfort zone,
Yeah.
how I mean, like, how do you think it is made? Obviously, for
Your
your like
society.
lifestyle, previous
Yeah.
lifestyle, your society, your parents and family, right? So if
Yeah.
you change that, like, okay, let's take up two test subjects, okay,
Yeah.
like two infants. Let's put them in A and B situations.
Okay.
Okay, like A would be like an educated family, and almost like 80% of everything there is
Yeah.
weight. Okay,
Yeah.
and the B would be um, not that good. Okay,
Yeah.
but I would say like 50% of the surroundings will be okay for the child. So when they grow up, right,
Yeah.
would they be the same? No,
No.
right?
No.
They won't be the same. So just change change the infant's situation and start the test again. Like take the subject from A to B and take the subject from B to A. What do you think?
Yeah.
What will happen?
So
I mean, like I'm thinking here everything else is constant. Okay,
okay,
like
so
everything else won't change. Yeah.
so I'm not clear about the question. Can you ask again?
Okay, so I'm asking like the first test was
Yeah.
I mean, like we picked two subjects and put them in two different scenarios. Okay, A and B.
Yeah.
The subject one was in A, the subject
Yeah.
two was in B. They
B.
both were infants, like infants, right?
Yeah.
So the scenario was like 80% good. I mean, like everything was what should I say? Like good. I mean,
Yeah, I understood.
upbringing, education, and everything was good or great for him or her. And in B scenario, the subject two was facing like 50% problems and 50% good things. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's think like 10 years have passed. Okay.
Yeah.
The both subjects would not be the same, right?
Yeah. No.
They will have different upbringings, different teachings and stuffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's just pause that test here and redo the test from the beginning, but we will change the scenarios for each subjects, like the opposite scenarios. Like the test subject one will be now in B scenario, and the test subject two will be in A scenario. Okay, like this is from the scratch again.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What will happen? Like what will
The
happen?
opposite.
Yeah, right. Like now the test subject two will be like the previous test subject one, and the test subject two will be one will be like the previous one or previous two. You get the idea, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my point is the key factor here for change for the upbringing is like the scenario of the surroundings, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I get it.
you asked two questions there, like is it natural for human beings to not feel comfortable
I mean,
to change
most of
them?
the yeah.
Most of them. I'm just here generalizing. I can't like pick specifics. Okay.
I mean, is it if I be more clear, is it normal that in a society most people will not be like that? They will like not be the kind of person who comes out of comfort zone, and there will be few people like in every society.
Yeah. So yeah, I will come to that.
Yeah.
But whole test subjects and things, I actually wanted to point out that
Yeah.
people are like what should I say, variables. Maybe
Yeah.
if you put them in like in a specific scenario, they will be they will grow up or they will change according to that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you want to like change their scenario or like change their everything in the midpoint or like after 10 to 15 years,
Yeah.
they will not be able to like change themselves, right?
Um,
I mean,
I
like
I don't agree to this point, but yeah, continue.
okay. So I mean, like I'm just generalizing here. Okay.
Yeah.
So can like just put them there and be like go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not natural for human beings to uh, to go for the uncomfortable situation
Yeah.
like in an instant.
Exactly.
And I think you asked another question. What was that?
I asked that, is it about my question was like there was a one
Oh, the
question,
lack of education. Lack of
the lack
education,
of
right?
education. Yeah.
Like what is that main thing? Yeah. So yeah, I
So
mean, if you are uh, in a place or like um, in a situation that uh, doesn't restrict you or like doesn't limit you, okay, I
yeah.
think you will be more flexible to go for new experiences, maybe.
Um,
I mean, like the education part, I don't know about, but I think this actually impacts the decisions there. I'm not sure about the educational part. I mean, uh, I
Going out
don't
of
think,
comfort zone.
yeah, going out of comfort zone. I mean, like
So
the education part actually, I mean, like in our country, it doesn't help.
so if I be specific that the is I'm not saying that the educational part, I mean the education which teaches us to go out of comfort zone, like suppose you are born in a poor family, so you become a police officer, I mean a high ranked police officer from that family. That means you have gone out of comfort zone for multiple times to get that position. So uh, that lesson I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I actually misunderstood. I thought like the
Yeah, I wasn't
education,
clear actually. I
okay,
should have
we are
cleared that.
taught in schools and colleges. I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, oh my God, dogs are going crazy again.
They want to join us.
Yeah, maybe. And they are agreeing to. They want to join. Okay, so like
Yeah.
I think I have mentioned a little about that. Like if you have like less restrictions and limitations, you are more likely to go for new experiences, like uncomfortable situations. But as you mentioned, the guy from the poor family who became a police officer,
Yeah.
yeah, they're actually, I think, the examples we should follow. But they are, I don't think they're like more, I mean, like more popular. I mean, no,
I mean, yeah,
more
yeah, I
common.
mean, yeah, yeah.
They're not that common, right?
So
I mean, like people
actually, okay,
start
okay.
for success, but I
Yeah.
think that's different. I mean, like going going for an uncomfortable situation or experience and struggling for career achievements. I think those are kind of different.
Um, going for okay. So if I talk on that point, that I feel like a kid from a rich family goes out of comfort zone less than a like guy from farmer family, because of the situation is like that.
No,
As I
I
yeah,
sorry to interrupt, but
yeah, sure,
I actually didn't rich family.
yeah, yeah.
I mentioned like if you have less restrictions and less limitations, it doesn't mean like you have to be in a rich family. You can get it even in a like
Okay,
middle
let's
class.
okay. So yeah, not a
Not
rich
like
family.
financial,
Okay,
not like
okay. So
financial.
ignoring the rich part, uh, a privileged family, I mean from not that privilege that like financial privilege, I'm talking about the like less restrictions. So when you have less restrictions, you have so many options to explore. But I think coming out of comfort zone, that skill comes from your barriers. Like the more barrier you have, the more you uh, learn to come out of comfort zone. That is skill. So I, from that point of view, I think that the person who is from a poor family, suppose a child of farmer, he's more likely to come out of comfort zone. But the problem is, overall, if we talk about the overall situation, it will be more hard for him to reach that level you can reach easily. So suppose you can be like, give an example, you can be a police officer easily, but he has to go through a lot of things to be that like to get that position. So yeah, it will be hard. But uh, if I talk about the coming the practice or the skill of coming out of comfort zone, I guess uh, they get to uh, work with this skill more than a guy who comes from a family with less restrictions. I That's my point of view.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, yeah, I can agree to that. I think maybe,
So
like, I think our points actually didn't correct here, like wholly.
um, so what was your point uh, in that part, that a guy who has less restrictions uh, can
Yeah, like you, right, that that will be more easier for him. Like if we had less restrictions, right?
okay, so that will be more easier for him
Well,
to yeah.
yeah. Okay, please continue first.
Okay, so my point was that will be more easier for him to be successful, but I mean generally successful. So if we talk about success, then he will be more successful easily. But if I talk about coming out of comfort zone, the skill coming out of comfort zone, the person who is facing more problems will have that skill more to come out of comfort zone. So that's my point.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna agree to that. I think.
Yeah. So that's the
Yeah,
thing.
the probability is still, yeah, remains the same. The skill part and the probable situation part, I think, differs there.
So yeah, but one book I read one book which was the unfair advantage. So that was really interesting. That book mentioned so many dimensions, that and a boy from like Antarctica, where there is no there is no like civilizations, or they're like far behind from us. So they still have some unfair advantages that we don't have. So I can't remember those exactly, but yeah. So every people born with some unfair advantages. Maybe you are handsome. That is your unfair advantage. Maybe a friend who is not that handsome, he has some unfair advantage, like he can talk spontaneously. Uh, so that's the thing, that overall everyone comes in the world with an unfair advantage, which he like has built in, like that's how.
Yeah, but that balances it out, right? If
Yeah.
you have your advantage, then you should work on that and make it a skill.
So do you okay, it is getting interesting. So do you think that you should work on the things you are passionate about or you like to do, or do you or will you like to do the things that you feel like you have the skill on, like you are skilled in, let's talk about like you are maybe like born as a good guitarist, but you love to be a singer, or you love to be a like journalist or something else. So do you think what will be your like what decision in this situation?
Okay, so that question was actually kind of confusing for me. Like
Okay.
you told me, like if I am passionate about one thing,
Yeah.
or like thing
Okay, so
I
I'm saying this again. Okay, so suppose you were passionate about uh, being a scientist. Okay, so you love to read science. On the other hand, you found that you are by-born talented. You have like you have a by-born like good voice, so you can sing very well. So which one, like it is like God gifted kind of level. Uh, I mean, your voice level is that God gifted type of. So which one will you choose, being a scientist or being a vocalist?
That
Like,
was a
yeah,
very interesting thing.
yeah.
It depends. I mean, like when I still love being a scientist, right? Oh no, I'm going to be a scientist or not, right?
I
You
mean,
had this
you have
question.
interested in those stuffs which will make you a scientist.
I still do love science, right? But I am I you didn't mention like if I love singing or not. Like I'm
Okay, so
extra uh,
yeah,
that skill, not skill. What should you call, like if you have this talent, maybe, right? Talent.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, like talent versus your passion. I think I will go for passion. I mean, like I love doing that, right?
You
Why
love.
shouldn't I?
Can you repeat what you said?
Yeah, I think for me, I will go for science. Yes, because I am passionate about that, and I love that. But I actually don't know if I'm interested in singing. Right? I
Okay,
know
so
that I'm good, but
yeah.
I feel confused about like if I like it or not, if I am passionate about it or not. Right? Yeah.
So
That's
yeah, that's interesting because yeah, that's I feel like I would choose being a scientist too, because where you have passion, you have the opportunity to like grow. But like you have a god gifted thing, your vocal is like god gifted, but uh, if you are not passionate about this, you won't grow that much. So ultimately the person who grows is better than the person who stays in one position, even if it is in a very good position.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, recently I've uh, I ordered some uh, like some random gadgets from Daraj, and I'm like one fidget spinner, then one a head massager, like a cheap one, and one microfiber, uh, like a uh, piece of cloth to wash your like mobile phone or something. So I love to like buy random stuffs which has no meaning. So yeah, so I'm like playing with the fidget spinner while talking. So that made me like think that yeah. So uh, coming to the point,
So
I have one question. That do you feel like you should spend on unnecessary things sometimes, like as I did?
yes, sometimes it's okay. I mean, it is needed actually.
Yeah, we
But
read in Bangla book, right?
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. What was that article?
So briefly, you said that it is like your uh, uh, I mean, the things you buy from like your heart are the most necessary things, more than those like the life. Yeah.
Why are you? What are you living for? Right? I mean, like let's not talk about the religious
Yeah.
perspective here. Like aside from that, you have to do like other things. Like you
Yeah.
can just keep continuing your repeated routine all the time. You can't, because we
Exactly.
are humans. We love. to we love changes sometimes. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, my answer here actually contradicts the comfort zone. But yeah, not out of comfort zone for everyone, I guess. I mean, like, you are not going out of zone, right?
Exactly.
So what's your I mean, like, uncomfortable zone thing? I mean, like, you went for it. You went for an uncomfortable experience.
Um, there are several things. Like if I start from one, I'll say overall my personality was like I wasn't
Maybe
yeah.
what was the, I mean, like, main and key change for you, like, from that experience?
Okay, so yeah, so I'll talk about this. So first, I was never that I was never like a attractive kind of kid in the classroom, or the guy who has like one talent, or the guy who is a good student, or any like the guy who has a definition, you know. So
Yes.
you can, like, suppose you were like used to play guitar, so everyone knew as a this boy plays the guitar, so he's a cool guy in our group. So I wasn't I was never a cool guy from the beginning. So that was the main uncomfortable situation I have to go through. And uh, I mean, like my voice, if I talk about my voice, it was also like so bad at the first. One of our friends, do you remember Muhibul?
Yeah, yeah, I do, because we
you
actually
you is in Notre Dame, right?
yes, continue.
Okay, so yeah, so he, or like my like friends who were in class 4 or 5 used to like bully me, so like one kind of bullying uh, for my voice, that my voice was kind of like girls type voice. So that was one part, that my accent, my voice, my overall like presence, like uh, so I wanted to change that part, that I don't want to live as a kid who is like uh, not in focus, or who is like in a classroom like a dead guy, nobody's caring about him. So that change actually didn't uh, come, like, I would say it came more like naturally because of some circumstances. So I will do you remember Johi sir,
Oh yeah,
the sir
coaching
from,
academy.
yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he played a good role. He used to teach me English in our like coming. He used to come to our home to teach English. So one day he became so angry at me because I wasn't like talking. Like I was a shy type of personality. So he was asking me one question, so I wasn't answering straightly. So that made him like being so be so angry at me, and he shouted at me. And from that day, uh, that was the, I would say that was the turning point when I really thought about changing myself. I mean, being more presentable. So I would say that was the most uncomfortable situation I had to go through. I had to, like, I used to talk to mirror for hours, or um, do stuffs like one thing that I would mention is I never thought that this is like uh, going out of comfort zone. I never knew that. So yeah, that came naturally. But if I say about going out of comfort zone in this sector, it came from class 9 when I first joined debate team. It was the turning point, like the main turning point, which has a lot of impact in my thought process, I would say, or from thought process to everything. So I would say, if I have to advise anyone to go for any extra skill, or extracurricular activities in their school life, I would say go for debating. This is a very like it can change your thought process. You can change. You can make you confident. It can make you a more of a or on a, more of an organized and intellectual person in general. So yeah, I really think I really want to work on that. Even that the I want to appreciate people to go for more for debate. So that's the thing.
Okay, well
So
said.
uh, what was yours? I know the OCD part, but beside that,
No, I actually the OCD is, I mean, is happening because I don't want to come out from my comfort zone. You know.
this
Yes.
I guess it wasn't like I guess not like that, because as it is a mental health issue, so I guess this is if you see visit like if you go for a counseling session, you'll get the structure, profile structure, how to get out of it, this. So I don't think that this is only because you are not trying to change.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay. So let's first answer your question. Then I think I have something to talk about this. I mean,
uh,
like the OCD.
you were not clear, can you repeat?
So I was telling that
The it's not it's still it's not clear.
uh, now can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So I was saying that I'm gonna answer your question first. Then I will have something to talk about regarding OCD. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
you have sent me a video, right?
Yeah,
You had sent me a video.
yeah, about OCD.
OCD. Yeah, I have watched it and I wanted to talk about that with you.
Sure,
So yeah, so let me answer your question first
sure.
about my food zone. I think I don't know. I have always like thought of myself as an introvert. Maybe so. Now I think I have come out of it, and it is actually helping me. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I
Sometimes I
guess you are not that kind of introvert, at least now.
yeah, like when I'm meeting a person for the first time.
Yeah,
I mean, 5 to 6 years ago, would be very shy and would not I mean like make eye contact with them, or like that
yeah,
I would make the situation very awkward. But
yeah.
what happens now is like I am the first one to greet them, even reach out my hand for a handshake. Like
Yeah.
I am actually surprised myself about this change. I don't know how did it happened. How did this happen? But it happened, and I think I am happy and kinda insecure, maybe, because I sometimes feel exhausted, like being too extrovert. I feel
That's
like I am talking.
true. I will talk about this topic. Okay.
Yeah, right. We can relate here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I feel too much exhausted. Like if I'm meeting too much people, like whom I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah,
I mean, like not my closest friends and family. So then I will be like questioning myself. If yeah, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right stuffs? Am I being like too expressive here? Like these
exactly.
are the questions that
I
are
can
running.
one relate 100%.
Yeah, like so I don't know if it's good for me.
Okay.
So I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, so if I talk on this topic, so being like, if you are born as an introvert, it is so hard to act like extrovert all the time. People don't understand who are not introvert and who don't go through this phase, like the you are an introvert from inside, but you are acting like an extrovert. So first question, do you think that being extrovert is better than being introvert? uh,
Um, uh, so you have to define extrovert here. I mean, like, you
yeah,
know.
so if okay, if giving us like uh, situation that if you are an extrovert, that means you are good at talking in a group, you are good at being the first one who is uh like who is like uh, who is giving the greetings or like this. So this is the part of an extrovert. And then the introvert is good in one-to-one conversation, but he has to break like he cannot break the ice. But once the ice is like broken, so then he can talk in, like he can express himself. So that's the difference.
Okay. So I think extrovert is better in this situation, uh, because like if you are being extrovert here, you are meeting new people, you are getting to know about them and learning from them, right, at the same time. And if you are more extrovert
Hmm?
than the others in a group, you are more likely going to be the leader of that group.
Okay.
Do you
So
realize?
it depends on, so my point is it depends on your like the preferences. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be the guy who want to learn from people, like from the real life experience of people, then you can choose to be an extrovert. But the introvert has their upsides as well, right?
You asked like me what was I going to do, right?
Yeah, which one would you choose, depending on your preferences?
I would choose the extrovert part, like, because I have always been an introvert, and I've like faced the cons of this.
Yeah.
So like I have faced many situations where it was like if I were extrovert, I would be benefited, but I couldn't
Yeah.
because I didn't have the guts to reach out,
Yeah.
and so I missed out my opportunities. Like if I want to be specific,
Yeah.
then in our school, like when we uh, when we were when we were reading in class 10,
Mm.
like we give farewell to our seniors, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to the juniors have to organize a farewell program for the seniors.
Yeah.
So I was actually asked to anchor or be the anchor
Yeah.
program,
Yeah.
but as I was like insecure about myself, I rejected it, and I
Yeah.
think that was a very huge chance for me to build my character, but I couldn't. But
Exactly.
a good thing is like Asif took the role,
Yeah.
and he and like yeah, that's good for him. But
So
for me,
don't you think Asif is an introvert?
uh, I don't know. I mean, like I'm I'm actually confused about like you will see
Let's
like he
let's put him as an yeah.
like people sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
he's maybe mixed. Like he is sometimes very comfortable with new people.
uh,
and sometimes
I'm so confused about him. Like sometimes it feels like he is the most introvert guy in this whole planet. Sometimes it feels like it's so easy to communicate with new people, or like he has a huge amount of network.
true. I mean, like the anchoring part maybe was easy for him because he had experiences with programs like that. Like he
Yeah.
used to research.
So I feel like this is not more about being introvert or extrovert. Extrovert. It's more about
No,
yeah.
it's I mean like about introvert because introverts are insecure about themselves. Like they feel very insecure about showing themselves, and you get the idea, right?
Uh,
So that's
don't you think that an extrovert can also feel insecure about himself?
yeah, they can, but like they're not likely going to show that, right? But the introverts are going to,
I believe that
like,
the like if I talk about the anchoring point, I believe that it is about the skill which can be perceived by the both. But if you talk about the social situations, like in a group, then I guess yeah, introvert. It's hard for an introvert to like talk unstructuredly. I mean, in a like sudden situation. But if it is prepared from the first, like stage performance, so you have a preparation from the first. I guess from that part, I can say that this is about the skill which can be learned by both, and which both of can be insecure about.
I mean, like, if you think you are an introvert,
I can't
you
hear
don't.
you clearly.
Okay, so if you thinking you are an introvert, I think you are not going to reach out to people. I mean, like not be in front of like thousands of them. Maybe I mean, like it's from my perspective.
Yeah, that's true. That you will not prefer that.
Not like that. I mean, like if you have the option, you would more likely to skip,
Yeah,
which I actually did. And
but there is a part that you will not enjoy that. That you don't enjoy doing that when you are an introvert. You don't enjoy being on stage. So that's a part we can't miss.
yeah, right. Okay.
Uh, yeah.
What
So
will be your
your voice is sometimes very unclear.
Oh, I think I should. Okay, give me a minute.
Okay. You literally wanted a
So
minute. So okay.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay, am I clear now?
Yeah, you are clear.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with my mobile phone's audio port. I don't know how to fix that.
Happens.
Maybe it's a hardware problem.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I
I mean,
was
like, yeah, in this context, or
okay. So yeah, I was thinking that you are going to end right now. So yeah. Um, um, uh, yeah. So as we are talking about that point, that sometimes when you're an introvert, it is hard to act as an extrovert. I also feel the same feeling sometimes, that if I act like an extrovert, I don't want to act like extrovert as an extrovert right in this moment. So when I feel this, that I don't want to do this right now, but if I don't, I will miss out something. Maybe I will miss out networking with some new people. But still, I follow my heart, that if I don't feel like I should be super energetic, go to them to talk and like ask their names and ask about their like details. if I don't feel like that, I don't do this. So I made my mind like this, that when you will feel like you are happy being an extrovert, then be an extrovert, try to act like an extrovert. But when you don't feel like that, don't act. Because I like felt that so much that sometimes when I uh, don't I don't feel like I should like act like an extrovert, but I still do, I feel so exhausted so much.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that can be a solution.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll take that as a point, as a note, I guess, for me.
Do you have a notepad beside you?
No.
Normal human
uh,
being forget, so like you consume so many information in this modern age, so some information you just forget randomly, so this is one of them.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so if you don't have anything else to say, I think I have one topic, maybe.
Yeah, go on. I have, though I have so many topics. Okay, go on.
Oh, okay. No, no. Then please you
No,
go on.
I always bring up with topics like you go on, then I'll talk about
Okay.
different.
Okay. So yeah, like I have sent you the question in the group, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me check it. Okay. So the question was, if you were the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, what would be the key change you would try to bring, and how were you going to do that? The answer has to be valid with the current situation of our country.
Feels like talking to an FBI.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I
Yeah.
mean, what would be your answer?
Okay, so the simplest answer I can give is I would there is are you talking about short-term change? Uh, are you there maybe?
Hello?
Are you talking
Yeah, I
about
am.
short-term change or long-term change?
Long term.
Okay, so long-term, if I
No,
talk
no,
about
no. Okay, okay,
long-term,
sorry. I mean,
yeah,
like, you choose,
okay.
like, long term
So
or short term.
I
I
don't,
shouldn't limit you.
yeah, I don't believe it is possible for like the current situation, the shitty situation of Bangladesh. It can be changed in a year or 2 years. So I feel like that
Yeah, true.
you have to change from the like root. So what is the root? The root is your people, and should what product should you build in your people is some sort of uh, soft skills plus some sort of education, like proper education. So one skill, if I work on one skill, I feel like this can be a solution to many problems. If I focus on education only, it will change everything. So if I uh, only focus on education right at this moment, like not only like my main focus, if my main focus is education, uh, if I teach people how to learn, they will learn how to change Bangladesh rather than company. One, if I teach people how to be empathetic, they will not make like uh, random arguments in tea stall, rather than they will be collaborative. They will work with each other, they will change the situation. So I believe that no government can change the situation until your people are uh, like that kind of in that kind of level. So yeah, I still blame the government, but we still have so many things to we still have to be good citizens. We are not. So totally I'll try to change the mindset of uh, my next generation. That is the only solution I can see. So um, to do that, I would, if I wasn't prime minister, I would bring some social media influencers as the main teachers. I mean, not that kind of Salman type who makes funny videos. I respect them, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people who make edutainment videos, who can really, because they are the new teachers of the new generation. They can, like, in this modern generation we have so many things which distract us. So if you go to YouTube and still see a edutainment video, that means it really teaches you something, plus it gives you the entertainment. So that means he's not a normal teacher, lives in your like of your lives in your neighborhood. He has that, like, that amount of skill that he's still grabbing your attention. So I will work with them. I will try, I would work with them. I would try to uh, influence them to uh, learn, teach people some specific skills. As I said, that soft skill is a very important part. Then being collaborative, being empathetic. So so if we can make the government, I mean the government, not the citizen, good, and they would have like they can learn to be live peacefully. And another thing is they will have the basic virtues, they will have the basic like ethics. So that can be a solution. So is it
Okay.
still specific, or wasn't it?
No, it was very clear, I think, and it I yeah, it is not a miracle. Like you give my answer almost. I mean, like I think we are in the same page here. Like uh, I would also try to change the teachings and the education part first.
Okay, so
Like
let's
obviously it would
be,
take a long time.
so you become the prime minister, I become the like, I become the president. So
Yeah,
we can change
why not?
together.
Uh, but yeah, let's try to avoid the political discussions, but it is going to be hard and I think almost impossible for us to be that. And like if I try to be logical here.
Yeah, so yeah, but no worries. I mean, the those like helmet link people who really beat people will not understand what we are talking about. So we're safe.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Let's just ignore. But we can
Should we
actually
beat that
focus on
part?
the no.
Because because no one knows if sometimes we like one day we are getting tons of like millions of views, then someone take this clip and like uploads and we will be
Yeah, like
dead.
okay, no. I mean, like we didn't mean any disrespect to anyone, so I think
Yeah, I meant,
that shouldn't be any.
though I meant I would act like I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
So wait, I forgot
Yeah,
what I
I
was
want
trying to
your
say.
perspective on this. Like, how will you change the education system, or
Oh,
what part you want to work on?
yeah, like you actually I mean, like you give almost all my answers here. I mean,
I mean
I would
that
say the
content
same,
creation
like the
person.
oh no, not I didn't think about that. Like,
Yeah,
but we can focus on this side. I mean, like for us, it's
yeah,
practical, right? We can
exactly.
create a group or like create a page or something to collect the influencers together and
Um,
influence the next generation, I guess, in
but
a positive
there
way.
are so few YouTubers out there in like who makes Bangla content on edutainment. So I think,
Edutainment, right?
yeah,
Yeah, like Ayman Sadiq, then Ayman Sadiq Bhai, Sadman
yeah,
Bhai. I
yeah.
think they are
And Chaudhary,
good. They are good. Yeah, N.A.
yeah,
Chaudhary Bhai. Yeah,
yeah,
like, I think they're making a small change, and I mean it's starting, right?
yeah. It's starting.
Like 10 minute school has become like a huge company.
Exactly.
Like, do
So
you remember when they started? I used to, I think I was it was 6 years ago or something. Like they
It was
used to
2020 or like that, maybe 14 or 20.
20.
20.
At least 20.
Shit. I
Yeah,
like
I was very confused.
I was saying 12, but
Yeah, I
my
get you. I get you. It happens.
20. Okay.
No,
So
I actually thought like you meant 20. Then
so
I
yeah,
realized you were saying
it came from like 13. So I said
14. Yeah,
20.
chill, chill. It happens. Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm
like
chilling.
I
No
think
worries.
I used to watch them back then. I mean, like they used a page. They printed out like the
Yeah,
tennis
yeah,
school
yeah.
logo was in the corner. They would
But
make like
their
short
content were
clips.
their contents were horrible back then. Not
Yeah,
that good.
I mean, like a kid who wanted to be famous tried to do something unique, right?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
is doing great things now. I think, I believe.
But it is surprising that if we go back then, I never thought that tennis school is going to be a company, and even a company which raises that
Yeah,
amount of like fund.
true, true, true.
So yeah, it started very with like in a very small way, but now it's a huge influence. So do you feel like you have a plan? Do you have a plan to like influence people or work on this field, like content creation, because it is going to be the next cool thing?
It's cool thing. Okay. I mean, I think I have thought about like the how am I going to do that or
Yeah.
this. I mean, like what should be done to change in for the good. But
Yeah.
I think I am not ready yet to influence people
I don't feel
because I
I
think
will argue to this point. I never feel like that you should be
I mean, no,
perfect
no,
to
not that
yeah.
one. No, no,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I didn't mean that. I actually meant like people aren't going to hear me. Like they aren't going to be willing to hear from me, right? So I think I have to be like show off some of my achievements to make people
That's a
understand me
good
or
point,
believe me.
but yeah,
I mean,
that
like
will be easier
that's the
if you
practical side.
that will be easier if you can like do that you maybe come from a like uh maybe you read in Buet, so you have a like higher validation already. But I feel like you can even do this without the degree, but it gets so hard. That's true. But if you do that and when you are already successful with in another field, maybe you are already in like a normal university, but you have a company which is doing great, or you are doing great in a field, then you will have a validation. So when you have money or when you have a good university, that is a very good backup. That's true.
Yeah, like you are willing to make a change, right?
Yeah,
But if
exactly.
you are doing uh, doing it for um, doing it, like
Yeah.
if you can't make the change, if
Yeah.
you are really passionate about that, you will have to build yourself first. Just because people aren't going to hear from you
But
yet.
I think it depends on the field you want to work on. If you want to work on the like education part, it's irrelevant that you have to be in a position. But I guess if you want to change the basic thought process of people, it doesn't take it still takes, but
I
it
mean,
takes less of that validation.
okay, but don't you think it is like somewhat risky? I mean, like a random. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but
Obviously.
like if I'm just watching a random person talking about a point or a philosophical view, okay,
Yeah.
Am I going to take that? Yeah, some
Um,
people are going to believe him or her, but some people are going to ignore him. But is it the correct way? I don't think, because like everyone has their opinion in their minds, right? But
okay, so yeah, it is
how
hard
are you
to,
going to
yeah.
yeah, how are you going to verify that this person is right, or this person is capable of giving me advices, right? That's the thing actually.
So
Like
I think, yeah,
Bangladesh.
yeah.
Yeah, you continue.
So I think that this is a very good point, but uh, uh, yeah, when you're trying to grow a like basic audience, which is the most hard part, then it is so hard. But when you have the basic audience, they know what you're talking about, and your words have somehow influenced them, so they will understand your value, and they will let people know your value. So it is a hard process to go to reach that first stage where you get to meet your first audience base. So yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, like when people are going to be influenced by you, like who they're going to believe. Okay, there's a question here, main question here. They're obviously going to hear or listen from the person that is experienced, that they have like they're successful, right?
Okay, so
And
yeah,
like
I have a point here. Suppose you are talking about your life philosophy. Maybe you are talking about how to be good at making money. Then it is a good point. But if you make this kind of content, that if I talk about the spotlight effect, uh, or now let's forget this. If I talk about the difference between introvert and extrovert, is that have the relevance? I mean, it still have some
yeah,
relevance, but is this that important to know that who is talking about this topic? Because anyone,
okay.
ha-
So
yeah,
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 I have I have a counter point, point here.
sure, sure.
Like if you're like expressing your experience or your um, life experiences, okay, you are not a full-time influencer. You are just like a individual who came to this interview, or who came to this research thing where you where you share your opinion,
Yep.
right? You are not going to influence them every day, or like every now and then. People should not hear from you, like, you get that, right?
So let's talk about Ayman Sadiq. Isn't he like that, that he is already in a field, my working in a like working as a founder of a company? On the other hand, he's still influencing you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. He is successful, right? He
Yeah,
has achieved things in his life. I'm not talking about the moral side here. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
people are going to hear from him,
yeah,
but if I talk about me, okay,
yeah.
like if I am going to share about my like OCD problems, and yeah, people will be maybe will people might be benefited from that.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to talk about like other things and other views from me, like what we are actually doing here, right?
Yeah,
People are not going to like give importance to that.
yeah,
I mean, why would they? Why would they? Like
I
we
agree
are
to this
just
point.
stranger. We are like just strangers who are sharing their opinions, which
Like
is
the random guy who
very
you
common.
meet in tea stall,
Yeah,
he
right.
also has some
Like,
strong opinions.
yeah, everyone has them.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you want to like make your opinions matter to others, you will have to show them your achievements. And
but
like
here's the
otherwise,
point. I'm not talking about like this thing. That let's talk about,
I mean, like, not yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Please continue.
Okay, so you know Veritasium, right?
Yeah.
So suppose you make contents on science, you can teach good uh, about some topics on science. So uh, will people still want your want some validation, extra validation from you, that where are you from, or where what do you do? If you don't want to share that part, they will judge you based on your skill. And why I believe
Yeah, you
this
have to
part,
show them your skill, right?
yeah,
I mean,
obviously
like,
I have to show my
I
skill.
mean, like,
That's the thing.
but that's a long process. That's a long process. Oh my God.
that's that's a long
I
process.
think
If you, yeah,
I think there was a probable accident that could happen here.
yeah,
Oh my God. A truck was passing by and it,
yeah,
I think, heartbreaked. I
near
hope
in
nobody
your
was
house or
hurt.
something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Never mind. I think it's okay now.
All right.
Okay. So sorry
Like,
to interrupt again.
no problem at all. Like literally a truck was going to like accident, and you were saying that sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I was talking on this point that that like that is a long process. I understand, but when you are dedicated to influence people and you have the skill, you can show. Like let's talk about that part. That like if you talk about if you see that part, that the how people are giving jobs right nowadays. Companies like Pata or like our digital companies in our country, they all are emphasizing nowadays. They all are emphasizing more on your skill than your certificates. So where are you from doesn't matter that much if you don't have the skill. And I feel like internet is a huge blessing that you can show your skill here. So if you have the skill, you have the like ability to show it to people. So that can be a huge validation that you are showing your skill. So people don't want any other validation uh, uh, to um, to feel like you are successful or not.
Okay. No, I was like talking on behalf of the people. I mean, like, are they going to listen to you? I mean, like,
Yeah, they
if
are
they
not
should,
gonna listen to me if I make contents on like being successful or my lifestyle or my philosophy. If I talk on a structure like a genuine topic, like as I said that
yeah, okay,
like as I said, why what can be an example? Okay, okay, making cars with making a flying car, that's my content. Okay, so that
okay,
means I'm making this content I'm like that is coming from my skill side.
okay. You are trying to say like you want to influence people by bringing new ideas, right?
Not bringing new ideas. I want to make people I want to change their thinking process. Like
Okay,
not my current contents. I make my current contents just for me. That's the true. Because the things I learn every day, I just want to reflect them. But if I like if I talk about my plan, I want to change in a structured way. Like what is the like the logical fallacies we face every day while talking, our mental health issues, why this happens and how to tackle them. Then uh, then like being a happy person overall, that's the point overall. So anybody can be happy, so you don't have to be successful to be happy all the time. But yeah, that's the thing I want to work on.
okay. That's good, I guess. I mean, if you are trying to do that, this will, I mean, I think effect uh, will be. Camera. I ran out of word again. Like,
Okay,
impactful.
I understand, but yeah, I still believe that it will be at least a bit hard harder if I don't already have a validation, like reading in a good university or something. I still believe this.
Yeah, I mean, this very
Like we are
scary.
so judgmental as a nation, so that's true that we can't ignore that part.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, before as we are as we are talking about like the speech or something, so one thing I learned today from do you know the guy Jordan Peterson? Oh no, you don't know. I asked you before. So he's a psychologist. So he told that before you talk on a topic or go to stage, but before you go to stage to talk on a topic, you have to know at least twice then what you are talking about. uh, uh, Other than that you will like stuck in like one sentence. uh, so you always have to know much more than what you talk. At that point really uh, made me think again that should we continue this podcast.
Yeah.
So uh, coming to the point, one relevant point came to my mind that uh, would you live your life as a like below your like income? I mean, would you make your lifestyle below your income? Like suppose you earn 1 lakh in 1 month, and you spend 50,000 in 1 month, and you save another 50,000 as your savings. So do you want to do that, or do you want to keep a small amount of saving and then spend the all, as our life is short? So we what is the meaning of like saving money? So which will be your decision?
I haven't thought about this before.
Yeah.
Well, let me think.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, maybe I will go for saving, but not like 50%. I have to spend at least maybe 70% of my income, I guess. And the rest should be like, you understand, right?
Yeah, I
We
can
have to
understand.
deal with many financial issues in our life. So some savings will not be there for you every time. It will be spent on like medical
Yeah.
needs and
Yeah.
yes.
So you want to keep for that part, right?
Yeah, I mean, it will be a concern, but for the long run, I think everyone should save. I mean,
For
like
what?
not you meant like our life is short. We should be saving a little, but
For what?
yeah, keep a balance, like 70 to 30%. Oh, for what? Okay,
Yeah.
like we are not like we don't earn money, or we don't earn money a lot. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know the words. You are earning a lakh in a month, right? You are not earning 30 lakhs or 60 lakhs
Yeah.
where you can buy a car or
Yeah.
you can buy expensive things, right?
Yeah.
So to fulfill your expensive needs, I think you should save. I mean, like you will need a place to live, like not not rented places, like your own.
Yeah. I
So
understand.
yeah, if you want to achieve that first,
Yeah.
I think you can save maybe. I mean, not
This. Yeah.
less.
So the saving mentality.
Some people do that. Sometimes people actually do that. Like when they start making money,
Yeah.
they just put almost all of their incomes and yeah to some banks and stuffs.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics. And
Yeah.
after 5 to 6 years, they have somewhat of the total
Yeah.
required money or amount
Yeah.
to build a house or to buy a flat. So
Yeah.
they don't buy as a full. They pay installments.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how
I
they start.
understand.
Like they want to start early.
Yeah.
But some people are like, no, I'm going to enjoy my
Yeah.
youth
Yeah.
like to the fullest. I am going to
Yeah.
experience everything while I can.
Yeah.
I I don't know what I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah.
I think I shouldn't choose that now.
Yeah.
Let's leave it for the later, I guess. But I'm
And
more likely going to save maybe 20%. Maybe I don't know. I'm
okay.
actually scared of the future. Yeah.
So recently, I was reading a lot of finance-related things, articles, and books, because as our education system doesn't teach us that, so that really changed my mind. I mean, everything changed my mind, but that in uh, in one book of Naval Ravikant, very very successful in the field of investors. So he told one thing, that always try to leave 50% of what live a lifestyle which is 50% of your income. That means what is financial freedom? Financial freedom means you will never be free if you even income 1 million a month, if you even income 1 billion a month, if you don't uh, if you don't have the boundary of your lifestyle. Like, you should have a boundary, and there is a point where you should say no to money. I mean, you have to when you like go to a certain amount of money, you have to say no, because uh, it is like a never ending loop. When we go for money, seek money, we seek more money, we seek more money, we think that after this happiness will come, after I buy this Rolex, I will be more happy, but it never happens. So he told that point that don't your lifestyle yeah, changing your lifestyle will not uh, affect that much on your happiness. So try to live a lifestyle where you can fulfill your need, but you don't have to like worry about your money. On the other hand, you have 50% income, you have 50% left for savings. Invest them in risky sectors, or invest in them in anything, but you will get the return in uh, years, or some years, or 4 years, 5 years later, that will double your money. That's the point we miss on, that most of us in Bangladesh, we don't understand what should we do with our money. We don't save, and we don't be rich. Maximum people stay mediocre because of that reason, because they don't have a plan to grow, uh, to double their money. So he said another thing which is very interesting, that do some you should have some passive income sources. Like, suppose you are a lecturer at an university, so you beside that you have written a book. So every year the book fair happens, and like book fair is like organized, and you get some royalty from that. You have some podcast, you have a podcast show on YouTube, or you have a Facebook page on YouTube where you talk about things which are evergreen contents, like how to income. So this is a evergreen content. People will watch this video after 4 or 5 years, you will get the money. So that's how you can make some passive income source, which will generate money without your effort, like constant effort. And you can never be rich by renting your time. That means suppose you do a job, you have to spend 9 hours there. You will be paid for like after a month. So you can't never be rich from like renting your time. Rather, spend like rather value your 1 hour, like how much dollar you want to income in 1 hour. So then try to disqualify some works, like suppose you have a YouTube channel. Let's think that you is your profession is to make YouTube videos. So you feel like you can give if you like uh, you have to focus if you want to focus on the like content more, so you have to buy an video editor. That will be easy for you to make more contents, or uh, make quality contents if you buy like if you hire a video editor with you, and it will generate more values. So we have a very vague idea about like earning. So um, still it is so hard in Bangladesh to like earn money. It's like if we talk about stock, we are not sure about how to invest in stock. Our situation is so different. So uh, I'll end up with one point that real estate business is the one option in Bangladesh which can bring you money. So buy flats and then give them rent. That's the thing I learned from like overall.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you're you're already sleeping maybe.
No, I'm here. So real estate business, I don't know. Like if you're talking about like buying only apartments and renting them, I don't think you can get that much profit from that. I think
Uh,
maybe like it will be like you will have that apartment for like this just I guess your the rest of your life. Okay, but are you getting
okay.
the same return when you
Okay, so
need it?
if you rent one apartment, that this will not generate that much value. And on the other hand, it's not about like it is the safest option. Actually, this is not the best option because you have saved suppose X amount of money, so you have already forgot about the money because you somehow want to double that money. So suppose you want suppose you have bought a flat uh, spending maybe 1 crore, and after 1 month of giving the rent, you earn around 12 lakhs. So that means you are earning 12 lakhs where from the money you have saved. So in a year, so do you
12
think that you
lakhs.
can earn 12 lakh like more than 12 lakhs actually? So you can like yeah, you can earn 12 lakhs doing a job. Rather than that, you can't earn in any other like with any other source. Like you can't earn 12 lakh with your bank account like in a year. So from that perspective, I'm saying this.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think then it's good for you. For I
Because
think
if you keep your money in bank, it is an illusion, because uh, most of the time our if you know that our money, like the money system is not stable, it goes high and like low. So yeah, the rate they fix is not that profitable.
yeah, right.
So hard to learn like the finance related things in like in our situation. It's so different from theirs.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think we should end
Yeah,
this
yeah,
podcast.
obviously. So
Okay, like have to go.
yeah, so yeah, um, we're ending here. Do you want to
There
give
was
any ending note?
okay. Our ending note will be don't listen from us. We are also just strangers to you.
Uh,
I'm kidding. Like
Okay.
we actually share some very intellectual thoughts. I believe
Yeah.
that most people
Most,
willing ignoring. So I
yeah.
think if you are learning a little, even a little, you should uh, implement it on your daily life,
Yeah.
because if you want to do something, you know how to like manage the time to do so.
Yeah.
It's about the will
Yeah. Exactly.
only. So yeah, that's it.
So my ending note is we are not two random guys. We are the future prime minister and presidents. So listen to us, follow what we say, follow from your heart, follow it like the words written in Bible. So uh, so do this and yeah, we are always right. What we say are right, and that's what we believe from our core of heart. So yeah,
Yeah,
um, that's
that's
how.
that's
Yeah.
that we are right.
Yeah.
We actually believe that we are right. What we're
Yeah.
talking about.
That's true, we are actually believe that. And yeah, beside that, we both are like so intellectual, like you don't know, that's a secret. I like we even didn't know before this podcast, like even right now. So we are so intellectual, listen to us, because we are,
Or you,
yeah, for your own benefit. It's your luck that we are sharing these thoughts for free.
yeah, we should be selling this house for a huge amount of money. Then we
Yeah.
will. We should sell our thoughts or podcasts for a huge amount of money. Then we will buy apartments and rent them.
Yeah. That we are sacrificing our apartments, and you are the guy who is not listening to us. We'll regret that. So yeah, we are ending here. So goodbye, and see you in the next episode.